and welcome to the Nerdies Podcast. This is a show we talk about things that are nerdy. My name is Jonah. I'm here with Corey, Josh,
what's up?
And Mick.
Hey.
We're all together. 2025, first show of the year, and we're gonna
go.
And we're gonna do our most anticipated list, top 10 for the year. We've done this, I think, every year that we've done this podcast, which is going on our third year, right? Are we going on our third year for this podcast?
Feels like 20.
It feels like we're still here, guys. Thank you to the listeners that we have, the 10 of you. We appreciate you.
Can't get rid of us.
Thank you to the 5 viewers.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
But so if you have never heard an episode where we do our most anticipated list, what we'll do is individually go through, we'll do our number 10. If someone has that same thing on their list, but it's higher, we will punt and not talk about it till we get to the highest. So if I say something at my 10, Corey has it at his 5, we will wait to get to the 5 to discuss so that we're not rehashing things.
And what are we doing the list on? It's just nerdy things? What's the qualification?
Yeah, nerdy things that we are most anticipating this year. So, for example, Josh, the first time he did was this table that we use.
A gaming table. That's right.
Was on his list. So it has to have some nerdy elements, you know, like I'm not going to put like number 5, my 10-year anniversar. You know, it's just not, it's not going to be on the list.
But you could have
just slip that in there.
But you could have a Lego set. You know what I mean?
Your 10-year anniversary.
Did you
Lego
look into
set.
my list, bro? No spoilers.
Yeah, I know everything on your list.
All right, so let's just get into it.
All right, let's get our lists up.
Pull your list up. We're going to start with Mick, because I feel like Mick hasn't been here for a while.
Yeah.
So
I don't know what you're talking about.
Mick, give us your number 10.
So I want to preface this by we were talking about this a little bit before the show, but this list was very difficult to put together. I feel like there's mostly crap coming out this year. Nothing really jumped out of like, ooh, I'm really looking forward to this.
A little light on the movies, I would say specifically, and shows, to be honest.
So I felt like I was scraping the barrel for especially these bottom ones. So for the number 10, I have Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man.
The cartoon?
The cartoon.
Yeah.
And the only reason I'm like slightly excited / interested about it is I think it's the same people that did the X-Men 97 show.
Oh, really?
So there might be some ray of hope there that it might be a good show.
Did you see the trailer?
I did, yeah. It was
Did
not
you
a
like
good
it?
show. No, it was terrible. It was awful.
Is it supposed to?
It was not
looks
good.
like trash, but it's on my top 10. That kind of tells you how 2025 is going to be. But is it supposed to be for kids or is it for adults? And
I heard the word,
or just adults?
I think it was ass. Someone said ass.
Whoa!
So I don't know.
That's rated M for mature, baby.
And now we are.
Yeah. Wow. You hated it when you saw it, right?
I didn't like the trailer at all.
Right.
I thought it looked okay. It was like I like animated stuff, so it was like, oh, cool. And I like Spider-Man, so it was like, oh, yeah.
It's an awful trailer. I'm not even sold on like the
Not
animation.
a great trailer. Yeah.
The animation to me looked a little rough, like choppy.
It's fine.
But yeah, and then there were some things that I was like, some of the character designs I was like Harry Osborn. At first,
Why is that?
Well, because
explain yourself.
No, well, I'm just saying, like, at first I was like, oh,
Interesting.
is that a girl? And then, yeah, so I'm just not sold on some of the, what's Mary Jane also. So I was just kind of like, I don't know. I wasn't sold on.
Well, I thought originally this was supposed to be in continuity with Tom Holland's Spider-Man, but it doesn't seem like it is.
No,
it doesn't seem like it.
Like at all.
Yeah.
So
no one has it on their list?
Nope.
All right, Josh, give us your 10.
Okay, guys. Like we said,
The lowest are going to be.
these are going to be crazy.
Yeah.
Movie-wise, there's not a whole lot coming up.
Okay.
Yep.
But then I remembered, I like started thinking, and I was like, I remember this trailer, and it was really interesting.
Okay.
And it's a movie called Wildwood.
Okay.
Does anyone know what that is?
Nope.
It's a Leica Studios stop animation movie.
Is it
So the
like,
guys that did Kubo and the Two Strings,
Okay.
Paranorman,
What was the main character? Was it like a cat or something?
No, this one's it's a girl looking
piece
for
of wood.
her. Like honestly, the trailer's really short.
It's Mr. Plank.
It's literally like
Planky.
oh, there's a scary wood. The story is basically a girl's looking for her brother that's lost in the
Is
woods.
it a full length feature
Yeah,
film?
that's a movie.
Okay.
Theatrical.
What was it
Theatrical
called?
release.
Say,
It's
what,
called
say
Scary
Wild Wood.
Wild Wood.
Yeah, I just like Leica Studios a lot. Like
You like a like it.
I like it a
I
lot.
like it. I like it.
What else did you say they did?
They did Kubo and the Two Strings, Paranorman. So it's the stop animation.
Kubo. Kubo's cool.
So yeah, just like
I like stop motion.
all the stuff they do is like crazy what they can do.
Yeah,
with
and it
stop
takes them
motion.
years to do it.
So it looked really good.
All right.
Top
there you
10,
go.
baby.
There you go.
Number 10.
Number 10, Sea Dog.
Better than mine.
All right.
Hey, we don't know. We don't know. We'll find out next year.
That's true. All right, my number 10 is Dune Awakening. It's a video game. It's a sandbox survival MMO.
Literally a sandbox.
Literally. It looks good. It looks really good for a movie to game kind of not adaptation because it's just
Yeah.
it's just
It's
in
like
the same world.
It's
It's like
Inspired by.
it's I think the story is alternate reality.
Yeah. But it's got the same like factions and races
Yeah.
and stuff like that. And you can become one of those. So if you want to be insert faction name, what are they? I don't know.
The Harkonnens.
Sure. If you want to be that type, you can create your character like that.
Nasty women.
Nasty women. It looks good. And I actually had a friend who got to try it out, do the play test last year.
Nice.
And he said it's looking really good. So number 10, Dune Awakening. Can't wait to play it with my friends.
Nice. My number 10, as you guys have said, it's rough. My
It's rougher for you guys.
My
I
number
think.
10. My number 10 is Star Wars Celebration Japan. Now,
Which you're going to.
Oh, dude, that would be sick.
no,
That'd be
but
sick.
we haven't gotten.
Okay, so an event. This is a first
Yes.
event.
We haven't.
This is the first
So,
one. we've had.
Wow.
Whenever Star Wars
My
Celebration
number one on my
happens,
list, Christmas. It typically is pretty nerdy.
let me explain. Let me explain.
Yeah.
Whenever Star Wars Celebration hits, you always get a ton of
Announcements.
like announcements, trailers, stuff. We haven't gotten some concrete announcements. It's always just been rumors that are going around. So Star Wars Celebration Japan, I think there's going to be some announcements. We might get our first look at The Mandalorian and Grogu, which is
Yeah, which is coming out in
a trailer for.
2026.
We haven't had a Star Wars movie in theaters for a long time. So I think they're really going to do some stuff with that. Ahsoka season 2. There's rumors that we're talking about in the news afterwards, but that Ewan McGregor's coming for season 2 and playing Obi-Wan. Hayden Christensen is back. So that kind of stuff, if they announce those things, that always gets me hyped up to just see the actors come out, and they always have these crazy announcements. They're doing it in Japan, which is going to be cool. If Visions season 3 comes out, like just those announcements, they always keep their animated stuff like kind of hidden of like, are we going to get a Bad Batch? Like,
Yeah.
we never knew Bad Batch was coming out, and then they just dropped it at Celebration. So I think
Now, yeah.
there could be some really cool stuff that they drop that are already well ahead that are going to be coming out that I'm excited for. I just think Star Wars Celebration is always cool.
But here's the thing, though. Like, when we come back to grading this next year,
Right.
we only grade it on the announcement, not the show. We're like, that was a great trailer. But if the show came out, we're like, sorry, it wasn't included, dude.
That is a good point, Josh. It's going to be really hard to judge your thing
Hey, I get it.
because it has a wide berth of
yeah.
stuff.
I'm just saying.
I should have picked, like,
It's a smart play.
Yeah,
Let's be
it is.
honest.
all
It's a
YouTube
good
trailers of new games.
yeah.
But yeah, no. I mean, that's fine. I think it's okay.
I should have picked, like, things like, Taika Waititi's movie getting canceled. That's what I'm looking forward to in 20.
That's what I'm hoping. That's what I'm hoping.
Confirmation of. Yeah, that's funny.
All right. So we all did our 10s. Now we're going to go with Josh. You'll start with your 9.
Ooh, my 9.
Oh, baby, you're heating up.
My number 9
Oh.
already came out in the UK.
Oh.
But it hasn't released in the US yet.
Oh.
It's Paddington in Peru, baby.
I thought about putting it on, but I decided not to.
Yeah, I went with it, dude.
Why did you decide not to say it?
because I'm not that excited for it.
Okay.
It would be dishonest. I just did it because I was like, Josh is going to put it on his.
Paddington in Peru.
Paddington in Peru. Listen, I'm not gonna lie. I looked at reviews. They said it's not as good as the other two, but still pretty good. So it's a good. We're rounding out the trilogy.
And they got rid of Rachel Ziegler.
They got rid of Rachel Ziegler, so it's already a
Dang.
win. It's already a win in my book.
Dang.
And we got to close out the best trilogy of all time. You know,
It's looking sparse out here. Whoa.
Corey, you're number 9. I'm surprised no one punted.
No,
Paddington.
Paddington, dude.
Can you imagine? Punt it. That's my
if
number
it was
one.
if it was Crystal's list,
It would be
We would
punted.
have been punted.
Yeah, yeah. My number 9 is it's Demon Slayer, and there's a movie coming out in fall of this year. It is the first movie of a trilogy that's going to be finishing up the series. So it's a series finale, but basically it's an anime episodic.
Yeah.
They're finishing in 3 movies. So it's a pretty interesting way to do it. The way that the last season stopped was a cliffhanger. And so everyone's kind of just pumped to finish it up. So I said the trilogy, but it's going to be only the first movie. But I'm looking forward to that because it's one of the 3 to finish off that season.
Nice.
It's an awesome anime. So, yeah. What about you, Jonah?
Number 9, the Super Bowl. I'm just kidding. For the trailers. No.
Crazy.
Number 9 is Alien Earth, which is the show.
It's a show?
Yeah, it's a show that they're doing. Hulu, Disney Plus.
Oh, man. That's a risky.
They've been doing it. They've announced it a long time ago.
Yeah.
And it's finally coming out, and it takes place in that universe. It looks cool. They did a little tease. It kind of has the aesthetic of the alien stuff. The story is
hope so.
basically
Gosh, kind of.
the
What do you mean,
story
kind
is
of?
It looks like the Barbie movie.
It's like Barbie mixed with Alien.
the story is basically they find alien or an egg on Earth, and they have to deal with it. So it's
Holy.
it's going to take place not in space, which I think is kind of everything has always been.
That's your new spin right there. Yeah.
So looks cool.
Okay.
Interested in it, and for the first time, we're going to get an alien show.
yeah.
You know, kind of on TV. So I'm
That's-
excited for that. Number 9. Mick, you're number 9.
Zootopia 2.
Yeah, really?
Zootopia 2.
Hey, but do you know if the sloth is going to be in it? It's gotta be,
he
right?
better be,
Dash? He's gotta be.
So
Dash.
I love
Flash.
I love
Flash.
the I
It's
love
Flash.
the
It's
first
Flash.
I love the first Zootopia.
Yeah.
It's actually really fun.
It's really funny.
And yeah, there wasn't much else to
Dude, that's crazy. That is crazy.
I like out of
I
all
mean,
the
hey, animation.
out of all the Disney movies coming out recently, I don't care about any of them. This is the one that I'm like, oh, I really like the first one.
Okay.
I'll go and see this one. So.
Sure.
Yeah, my daughters watch it all the time.
Yeah.
And I'm always watching it. I'm like, oh, this is pretty good.
It's pretty good.
And they have an inside joke that fits with Frozen,
Yeah.
you know, because they're like Wesselton, you know, and they're Weaseltown, and then the little weasel in Zootopia is named Weaselton, you know.
And I think they're both
wow,
voiced
that's
by
a
crazy.
deep cut.
They're
That's
both
a deep
crazy
cut.
guys.
Now, when we're talking about nerdy, that's nerdy.
Hold on,
That's the kind of
I'll
stuff.
take it up a notch.
Yeah.
They're both voiced by Alan Tudyk.
Oh, there you go.
Holy whoa.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Who is K2SO?
Ever heard
Oh, was in
2 degrees of
Firefly?
Kevin Bacon.
of it? Kevin Bacon.
That's our 9s,
He's
right?
Watt in A Knight's Tale. Sorry, go ahead.
Corey, number 8.
10 and 8. Okay, this is my last anime that I will mention. My Hero Academia season 8. It's the series finale. So this is the second.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Long-
What anime are you going
What
to
are you
watch
gonna
now?
do
They're
now?
all-
But this
they're
is
all gone.
season 8. Oh, there's a billion.
One Piece, dude.
There's a billion.
Hey, I'm watching what's the
One Piece.
What's the no, the
You said you'd watch.
I
One
know,
Piece.
but I'm watching with my daughters, so I'm not watching that. I'm watching the Tsubake or Tsubaka, the soccer one.
Oh,
What's the
you're
That's in English.
talking about the old school
Captain
one?
Tsubasa.
yeah? But it's on Netflix now.
Oh, it's
Yeah,
a new one?
It
It's
has
a
a
new
different
one.
English name, but yeah.
They did a new season 1 is out, so we've been watching it.
They did like a update. That's cool. You know they're doing an update of One Piece, by the way. You might just wait for that, by the way.
Joby would.
Oh, actually, that might be coming out next year.
Uh oh.
But yeah, My Hero Academia. It's on season 8. It is its series finale. And a lot of people really liked My Hero Academia. It's kind of a anime about superhero. What would the world look like if you had, they call them quirks, where you have a specific power. So it could be as small as like, oh, you can like telepathically just like heat a very small
That's
area.
the one with All Might, right?
That's right.
That's the guy.
Oh, that's right. You know All Might,
I know
my boy.
All Might, my boy. Hans.
Anyway,
I was just gonna say, dude.
Hans Gruber. Or you could have awesome powers that you could be a hero, right? There's
Yeah.
a hero society. What does it look like as a job for heroes to have a primary job? They become celebrities to some degree, and they save people's lives. And also with quirks and superpowers,
Yeah.
there comes super villains. And so, anyway, it's a cool concept. It's had its ups and downs. I think the first 3 seasons, really good reviews. Then it's kind of been like kind of mid throughout.
Yeah.
And then, but me and Bree have really enjoyed it. And so I'm excited to finish it off the right way. And the animation is really good.
Nice.
Jonah?
You guys are probably going to punt this one. But it is Skeleton Crew season finale. No, just kidding. The Last of Us.
Punt it.
Yeah, punt.
Okay. Sound 8? Make your 8.
My 8. I have Avatar: Fire and Ash.
Ooh.
I was wondering if anyone would put that.
Yeah.
on there.
I'm assuming it's still coming out this year. I haven't
think so.
heard
I
anything.
think it's December
different.
19th or
Yeah.
something like that.
So there's a chance it could.
I mean, would they not release it during Christmas season? Like,
I mean,
they're
nothing
going-
else is coming out, so
You know,
they'd
it's
be
such a high
stupid not
priority.
to. I just figured the next one would have been like 9 years from.
How'd you guys like the last one?
I liked it better than the first one.
I actually liked
You
it
liked
a
it
lot.
better than
I
the
didn't
first
watch
one?
it.
Yeah,
It's really good.
I thought it was a better movie.
I thought the story was more unique than the first one. The first one I felt like it was a ripoff.
the first one was so
Yeah.
cookie cutter.
Yes,
I've
it
seen
was
this a million
Pocahontas.
times. Yeah, the second one would definitely have
Yeah.
a more unique take on things. So.
It looks amazing too.
Oh man,
Yeah.
graphically.
So yeah, I can't say I'm the biggest fan of these movies, but
Right.
it's one of those. Oh, it's a big blockbuster movie.
an
I mean,
event
it's
film.
going to
It's
make
an
a
event
billion
film.
again.
Yeah,
Most likely.
Crazy.
So yeah, it's on my number whatever
8.
7, 8.
Josh, your number
yeah.
8.
Number 8.
My number 8 is Daredevil Born Again.
I think punt.
Daredevil Born Again.
Punt it.
Okay,
That almost made my list.
I already did my 8.
Yeah. So I'm doing my 7.
Yeah,
Ready for this
yeah.
movie?
Okay, good.
Karate Kid Legends. Here we go.
Oh, baby.
Let's go. Hey, I'm a sucker for Karate Kid,
And you're a sucker for Jackie Chan.
and I'm a sucker for Jackie Chan. So anytime there's a
Bro.
Jackie Chan movie,
Man,
I'm there.
It
and
is.
I'll say this. If even people that hate on the Karate Kid with Jaden Smith,
yeah.
I actually like that movie, and Jackie Chan acts his balls off in that
Whoa.
movie. He's so good. That scene where he's like fixing the car and then he's drunk and he destroys the car again because that's where his family died. Ugh, gets me every time. He's so good. And seeing him here, you got Ralph coming back,
Yep.
the original Karate Kid.
Little inconsistencies, but that's
I am down with this. It looks good. The trailer was awesome. Got me hyped. That's my number 7, guys.
so is Jaden gonna come back,
They better have something in there like, oh, man, he's in prison or something. You know, or-
or he became a lawyer and he doesn't do that anymore? Like-
he's like, you're still doing this?
He's a real estate agent.
He found the dojo for Jackie Chan. He's like, he's a real estate agent.
I will say this, man. Jackie Chan's getting old, and I'm surprised that he's even doing it. So that's awesome. I'm super stoked for it. Nice. I did not think that would be on anyone's list, but
It's on mine.
I considered it.
really,
And I was like,
I mean, to be honest, the list is rough. For
I mean,
movies.
these
For
are good.
movies,
These
For
are
movies, it's so tough. All right, Mick, what do you have?
7.
7 for me is the Fantastic Four film.
Okay,
Punt.
that's on really
a punt?
higher.
I was not expecting that.
That's on my honorable mention.
Yeah,
All right.
Wow.
that's crazy.
Marvel. Wow. All right, Josh.
What a time to
7.
be alive.
That's crazy. It's higher than a 7.
And Jonah probably doesn't have any DC properties on his list.
I bet
Probably for the
I bet
first
he
time
doesn't.
ever.
That's crazy.
Ouch.
My number 7.
Number 7.
Switch a 2.
Punt.
That low.
Yeah.
Punt.
Punt it.
That's a huge punt.
Well, it's not that big, but okay.
I mean, for me, that's like an
It's like
80-yard
number
punt,
one.
bro.
It's like number 1 for him. All right. My number 7 is Borderlands 4.
The movie.
The movie. How'd they get to 4 so quick? Yeah, no, the game is super fun. I really enjoyed the Borderland games. You know me, I'm a big co-op multiplayer guy, and those games are known for just super fun. Looter shooter, fun story, fun missions, interesting guns. It's always a fun. It's
Such fun writing too.
It's
Just
super cool, yeah.
super fun.
As long as you don't get sick of certain characters like what's the robot?
Claptrap.
Claptrap. You're
Tiny
You're
Tina.
fine. And I don't mind Claptrap personally. I think he's funny. But yeah, that's my 7.
Mick, you're 6.
Oh, it's me again.
Yeah, because I started with 7s.
Oh yeah.
6 for me is Ballerina.
John Wick story.
Little John Wicky.
I like
story.
how they.
Yeah, that
my
makes
favorite
sense.
thing is they changed the title. That they're like,
Yeah, they did.
this movie takes place in the John Wick universe, Ballerina.
Yo, for real.
Just so you know. Yeah, I mean, I think we all like the John Wick movies quite a bit. They're just very fun action films.
And, okay. Did they say that? Well, is there going to be? Is he going to be
In the trailer,
Yeah.
there's a scene where they're like meet or like they're
Yeah.
teasing that he's there, but
it might be like
I think
a
it's a flashback or
flashback.
something.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't.
well, they said it takes place between 3 and 4.
Oh,
they
okay.
said.
I thought he wasn't dead. I thought they were playing
Like just
that,
bringing him back in this
The
one.
theory was they might just be bringing him back. But
Yeah.
I don't know.
They said it takes place between 3 and 4, so it's like a
Okay,
it's a flash sideways.
I think
Yeah.
I think I'll watch it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. And it's just such an interesting world that they created. It's got that different enough from every other action film that it's really captures like my interest. So
Nice
hopefully it continues its
dominance.
dominance. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Nice.
Josh,
My number 6 is Last of Us season 2.
okay.
I think punt.
Is that punt?
Didn't we punt it already?
Yeah,
Punted
Yep.
from you.
for me, I was 8.
Okay,
Yeah.
we're
So
pushing.
we're still punting.
We're pushing it higher. All right, my number six is Fable, a video game. Unfortunately, they don't have a more specific name than that. But it is then I guess it'd be the third entrance. No, fourth entrance. But they haven't done Fable for like 20 years, like
Yeah.
15 or 20 years.
White Balverine, dude.
It's crazy. So I'm really interested to see what they're actually going to do with this game because it's been such a long time. It's kind of like the same idea with like them announcing that they're going to do a new game of Turok. It's like, what?
Origin.
That was such a long time ago. And with Turok, they're changing like how it is. It's not going to be the exact first person shooter of Turok. It's going to be different. Same with this. I'm wondering how they're going to go about it. Is it going to be third person? Is it going to be first person? Is there going to be multiplayer? The rumor is that there is going to be multiplayer. Not sure. But I really enjoyed the world of Fable. I remember playing it on Xbox. By the way, I never owned an Xbox, but I played it at BJ's house, and it was super fun. And I
Shout
really
out to
enjoyed it.
BJ
Shout out to BJ. Yeah, that's
and his house.
yeah. That was number 6.
My number 6 is Mission Impossible.
Sure.
Punt.
Yeah. I figured that'd be higher on mix.
All right, Josh, number 5.
My number 5 may or may not come out, but I'm pretty sure it is. It's Stranger Things
Oh,
season 5.
That's
no.
a punt.
Okay.
really?
But yeah, punt.
I wasn't sure if it'd actually be out. Okay. Wait, did Mick do a 6?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, you started it.
I think.
Okay, Josh.
So that was my
Yeah,
5.
that was his
Stranger
5.
Things.
That was your
Oh,
5.
my bad. Okay, now we get to my switch too.
Punt.
So yeah, punt.
My number 5.
Number 1.
It's his number 1.
My number 5, which is a punt. Fantastic Four.
I think that's
That's the highest.
Okay, Mick, you had it, so you can talk first.
Okay, so Marvel has not been on my radar at all, like for the past year, a good year, and even this year, there's 2 movies coming out.
3 movies.
Captain America,
Captain America,
Fantastic Four.
and
Thunderbolts.
Oh, geez. Okay, so really not on my radar. But I do really like the characters of Fantastic Four. I have a actual interest in them. And so hopefully they're done right. I think it's the same director that did the Spider-Man films. Sam Raimi? No, the other guy. I don't remember his name.
yeah, I can't think. Of his name.
But it just something about it. I have a feeling that they're going to do justice to the characters. It has Pedro Pascal, who's
That's my dad, dude.
That's your dad. He's in everything.
That's my dad, dude.
My dad's in Thunderbolts. He got the short end of the stick.
That's true.
But yeah, it just from the little pictures we've seen, little behind the scenes stuff, it looks promising. I like the fact that it's set, at least some of it is set in the 60s era. That's just a cool vibe. It's changing it up, just making it a little different from what we've got previously with Marvel stuff. So
Yeah, I agree with you. I think this is the one that I'm more interested in because the cast is really good.
yeah.
And it seems like it can be something unique where the time period is setting up, but I'm also interested at how they set up what's coming with Dr. Doom, Robert Downey Jr. I don't like that idea, but I'm really curious to see how they do it. And so there's a Silver Surfer in there, like Dr. Doom. How are they going to, because there's rumors that it's a different, it's like world something, whatever number it is, and it's going to be pulled into the MCU universe. There's rumors about this is how they're going to incorporate the X-Men and all this stuff. So I'm really interested at how they do it and if they pull it off. So that's why it's up higher, because there's, like you said, the cast is really good. I really like Pedro Pascal. But I'm just interested to see how they pull it off, because like you guys have said, Marvel's kind of gone down in a lot of people's opinions. Thunderbolts doesn't look interesting to me at all. Captain America doesn't look interesting, but this one's like, okay, you kind of have to revamp, and this is how you're going to do it. Yeah. That first step, I'm curious to see how they do it.
Yeah, it really feels like it could be that kind of rebranding, rebooting feel that I think the MCU does need, because it just feels like you said, the Captain America, the Thunderbolts, it's rehashing old stuff, old characters that I feel like people just don't care about anymore. Yeah. I feel like they need something new and refreshing. And
there's a possibility in the theaters of 2 things happening. Either it's like, wow, they pulled it off, that was amazing, or it's like, this is laughably bad. Like when Robert Downey Jr. shows up and he's like, I am Dr. Doom. Like if they do that and people start like, there's only 2 options here. Oh, it either crashes and burns,
He was
or
acting,
it's really good.
He was acting a scene that's in the movie.
Yeah.
He's got a bunch of Dr. Dooms dressed up as him.
So to me, it's like, that's why it's really intriguing to me.
I'll say this. I think when it comes to DC versus Marvel right now, I think DC has higher highs but lower lows, and Marvel has like on average lower, but they're more like around the same level of like entertainment value. So for me, it's like this is their chance to do something a little bit more outstanding, maybe change it up, because whatever they're doing right now isn't working. Right? I think the closest they've done to like successful, just because of the IP, was the Deadpool Wolverine movie. But that's because they played in super heavy into Deadpool, and everyone likes Deadpool. So it's like, now they're not doing Deadpool. They're doing Fantastic Four. So, yeah. I don't know. I think it has potential to be good. Yeah. I think it's a sleeper pick. Yeah. I think it could pay off for you guys. Or it could be a make or break your guys' list, honestly.
Yeah. The cast is really good, and at least it's something new.
Yeah, the cast is good. Yes. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Having brand new characters.
Right. Is it John Watts, the director?
Yeah, John Watts is the,
We got it, guys. And without looking at my phone, too.
Well, a surprise game that came out like last month was Marvel Rivals, which is basically Marvel version of Overwatch.
Yeah.
And the game's been very successful because they basically just took Overwatch and just put Marvel characters into it. It's not a better game. It's just they have so many IPs and characters to pick from. It's just plug and play, where Overwatch has to create these brand new characters. But they just threw in 4 new characters, the Fantastic Four, in one patch. and everyone's like, "What the heck? They put in 4 times the amount of characters in their game as Overwatch did in the past year."
It's like,
And so
yeah.
the game Marvel Rivals has a lot of steam.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, their character designs are really cool. So I don't know. They're pretty dope looking.
Yeah.
I'm excited for them.
We'll
It's
see.
on my honorable mentions for sure.
Number 5, Mick.
So number 5 for me, I think you punted this one, was Superman.
No, it's not on my list.
He would by definition he can't have it on his list.
Did you not say?
No one said it yet.
He said Last of Us. We punted
Last of Us is
You
what?
didn't have it on your list. did you?
The only punts I've had is Last
All
of
right,
Us and the
Mick.
Switch.
Mick, you're the only one.
okay.
You're the
Well,
only one.
Superman.
Superman. Look,
Were you on when we talked about
No,
the
he
trailer?
wasn't.
No, he wasn't.
don't think so.
No, sir.
You loved it.
what?
Did you love it?
No.
I love it.
I didn't love it and I didn't hate it.
More of a meh.
Exactly.
And that's what this top 10 list is all about.
I really like the character of Superman. I feel like I'm always going to root for a Superman movie.
Yep.
Obviously, there's still, disappointments and what's happened with the character behind the scenes and changing of heads of studio and everything. But I'm trying to be more optimistic about the film. I'm not excited about the other supporting characters in the movie necessarily. But from what I've seen of Superman, Clark Kent in the movie, I think he does look good. He looks like he's doing a good job. I'm excited about the Lois Lane casting. It just feels very comic booky Superman. So I'm trying to be optimistic. I still have a hard time with just the James Gunn overall feel of it.
Yeah.
James
I think-
Gunnified.
I think the
Yeah.
at least from the shots we've seen in the trailer, most of them looked kind of bad. Like the cinematography, it didn't, you do a side by side shot of Superman coming out of his Kryptonian ship, a Man of Steel, and it just blows everything out of the water that we've seen so far.
Yeah.
And they could have better stuff in the actual movie. I don't know, but just based on the trailers, I'm not seeing anything that looks that amazing, but
Yeah, the best shot in the trailer, I think, was when he gets in front of the girl when the stuff is exploding.
that was a cool shot.
but it goes in
yeah.
slow motion.
That seemed
but,
a lot.
I mean, people
know,
hate slow
yeah.
motion. How dare he?
Yeah.
That seemed like they're using like some cool practical
Yeah.
elements on actual set, which is really cool to see. But I don't know. I'm really hoping the movie's better than I'm thinking, and maybe it will be because my expectations are kind of low right now. But I'm hopeful. I want a Superman movie to do well, even above wanting like Henry Cavill and Zack Snyder to get what they
You're a better man than me.
Well,
I went to crash and burn.
let me say this to support Mick. First of all, watching a Superman movie, same as like a Batman movie, is almost like a tradition for all nerdy people, right? Whether you think it's going to be good or not, it's almost like a rite of passage. You have to go see it just to go see. And I would say, well, we're making the most anticipated. We're not saying the best things that will be in 2025. I think I'm anticipating it a lot.
Yeah.
I'm interested to see how it is. So, I mean, for that fact, I mean, I think it fits on your list pretty well. Because who knows? It could be it could be good. It could be bad. We just don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I considered it
You know what
to
I mean?
be on my list. If
Yeah, it
it
could be
was,
like
it was
a
going to
10.
be my 10. But
Yeah.
I was like,
I
when I think
think
about it, I
it'd
was
be a
like,
good
I'm
choice.
not like when I think about it. There's more things I'm excited for, just because
And that's
of
fair. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think for
it
me,
makes
it
sense.
Like
just
Paddington.
yeah. I think for
What
me,
did you
it
say?
just
Paddington in Peru?
Paddington in Peru.
Peru.
He's going to Peru in this one.
Man,
with Bob Hope.
I feel like if I watched those movies, I might understand you a little bit better.
those movies. Their movies are good. The first two are really good. Heartfelt. Paddington's awesome,
But
dude.
it's
That
still
marmalade,
Paddington.
dude. The marmalade,
Yeah,
though. Come on, a bear eating marmalade.
What do you mean?
He loves that marmalade,
marmalade.
dude. He can't get enough of it.
Is there something?
That's what he eats.
there something
Marmalade.
Do a Paddington
I'm sorry, am I
impression.
missing something? Yeah, let's.
I want to hear what his voice
I
sounds
don't.
like.
I can't. I don't know.
I can't do it.
All right.
They're heartfelt.
He's the guy.
They're
from-
heartfelt. Bro.
You know who voices it? He's
Isn't it what's
Sonic.
his face?
The guy from James Bond, the James Bond movies. He does the
Daniel Craig?
Daniel
Not
Craig,
Q.
yeah.
What's the guy that does all his gadgets?
Pierce Brosnan.
Oh, the nerdy guy.
M.
Sean
Yeah.
Connery is Paddington?
No, Q.
Q.
Yeah, Q.
Q. Yeah, Q does his voice.
All right, Josh, number 5.
I already did my number 5.
Oh, you did?
That was Stranger Things 5. We punted.
Oh, okay. Corey, did you do your 5?
I did. I started it. I think.
So now Corey does his number 4.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. My number 4 is Star Wars Visions season.
Punt it,
3.
punt it, punt it, punt it, punt it.
All right, we're punting. Jonah.
Andor, season 2.
Punt it, punt it, punt it, punt it.
Jeez.
Whatever.
Mick, you're number 4.
Last of Us.
Oh.
That's it.
That's a
the
punt.
highest.
That's a punt
my
for me
and it's a
at
punt
8.
for me. That's a punt for me at 6.
Yeah, I don't have to say much about this. I've never played the games. First season was good, minus the strawberries.
That's punted.
No, this is this is the highest.
This
it
is
goes.
where you guys have the
Yeah,
same.
this is the highest.
Oh, you
I
already
punted
said
it from 6.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
what? You have it higher? I was
Yeah,
like,
no.
way.
Yeah, so I'm excited for it. They gave it a little tease last week of it. Looks good. I hope there's more
Action zombies.
zombies in this one because I felt like it started with that and then it got into some other stuff. So
Got into strawberries.
yeah, the strawberries. But yeah, I thought it was really good. Again, Pedro Pascal is awesome. Don't know how much we're going to get of him in this season, but we'll get
Lots.
something.
Lots.
We'll get something.
You get a lot.
Why do you say that?
But yeah, I'm excited.
You get a lot. What do you mean?
Why do you say that?
He's a main
saying.
character.
What are you talking about?
Just saying.
What?
No, just talking.
Why are you saying that? Why are you being weird?
Yeah, I'm super excited for it. I really loved season 1, and I'm just interested to see how they adapt Last of Us Part 2. I think that's the most interesting to me is to see how they're gonna, because the game is very specific
How do they
in the
traverse
way. Like how are they gonna lay the story out? And that'll be interesting for me to see. Like, are they gonna follow the same storyline? I mean, you know what I mean, like the progression of the story from the game. Are they going to split it? I think they're going to split it into multiple seasons. I don't think
they'd have to.
I don't
They do
think
2 seasons.
I don't think it's just season 2 is Last of Us Part 2. I think they split it into 2.
The scale of it just, I feel like if they really want to do it justice, and they have a lot to live up to, because I feel like for the most part they did the first season like pretty good, like as good as they could have. If they want to keep that going, I think they need to probably split into 2 seasons.
Yeah. So it'll be
It's
interesting.
just so massive.
It'll be interesting to see where the cutoff is, what they move around. But yeah, I'm excited for it.
Yeah.
I didn't have it on mine. I don't know. I don't think it. We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah.
It's also the story as well that comes into play because I know. So anyway, there's parts of it. We'll see.
Josh, you're 4.
Josh.
My 4 is Metroid Prime 4.
Oh yeah, there we go. I was wondering where you're going to put that. Okay, so number 4 for you.
That's my number 4, Metroid Prime 4.
Oh, that's obvious.
Doesn't it have a name?
Metroid Prime 4 at number 4.
They haven't named
you
it
try
yet.
a little harder.
Yeah.
Where should I put this? Oh, maybe at number 4.
Just wait till you see.
So
Anyway,
it's coming out probably with the Switch 2 then?
I would imagine so.
Punt it.
That's what I think that it would happen. So, I mean, the last Metroid Prime 3 came out in 2007.
Right.
So it's almost been 20 years.
How many consoles has it been? 3?
That would have been GameCube, end of GameCube.
Oh.
Beginning of it was. I think it was a
Metroid on
multiple
Wii?
release.
Okay. Yes. Because I remember it being on
just
Wii.
like Twilight Princess, they
Okay,
released
so
GameCube
technically
and
Wii U. Okay.
yeah. So, but yeah, I'm excited for it.
It's been forever.
It's been forever.
Holy crap.
It's about time.
No one else has it, right?
No.
Those games give me headache.
No one else is Nintendo enough.
That's right.
Nintendo.
Oh, get out of
Nintendo
here.
enough.
Get out of here. Get out of here.
What do you mean?
Get out of here.
If you Nintendo, you Metroid.
Nah, not if it gives you a
It's
headache.
a Nintendo
That gives you a headache.
classic.
You're Nintendo. Don't.
Yeah, nice one. Nick.
Number 4, Corey.
Josh is a Nintendo dude. Dang it. Which one? 3?
4.
I already done that. You
What'd you
went
do?
from me
You
to
went this
him.
way, yeah. So
You
we're
went
going to
reverse
Mick now.
skis, my boy.
Yeah, you put that reverse Uno.
Yeah.
So it's 3?
3.
Oh,
No,
No,
you
four.
didn't do
We're still
four.
doing four.
Yo,
You did 4.
I did. I started 4. Andor, which was a punt.
That's crazy that it went.
My Last of Us.
Yeah,
Josh, isn't
4.
that
Last of
crazy
Us
how
4.
it went me then you for
Yeah.
4?
And then
even
you
though
went
we've been
4.
going
And
like
then you
this?
went that way.
No,
and then became,
you went 4 then 4.
Yeah, yeah.
No,
Okay,
I
so
didn't. You guys know I didn't. I started with 4.
Play it back.
I'll tell you exactly what happened. I started
You
with
went
4.
Jonah, Mick, me, Josh
No, Josh just did Metroid
as his 4.
as his 4.
Yes.
I started 4. Andor.
and you.
It was a punt. Then he went Last of Us 4.
I went.
And then you went Metroid. And then you didn't do yours. What did you say yours was?
You guys remember me saying new Star Wars Vision season 3? Yes.
punted. Yeah, he punted.
God.
He right.
I am right.
I'm going to go back.
I'll just follow what.
Go ahead.
So we're doing threes now.
3.
Who's doing 3? Who wants to do 3?
Who wants to do
Who wants to do
it?
3?
Mick, do your
I'll
3.
do 3.
Wow, we're going to Mick now?
Andor.
Punt it.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, Josh, what's your 3?
Visions season 3
Punted.
at number
Like,
3.
punt it again?
No, I'm kidding.
Oh, I was like, whoa. All right.
You don't
so
have
have it.
Visions?
Nope.
You.
Yikes.
It was a punt from your 4.
I'm a for real Star Wars fan.
That's right. For real. For real.
It's not coming out, guys. So joke's
coming
on
out.
you.
They announced it. Celebrations in Japan. So
Yeah, bruh.
obviously they're gonna say, and they're going back.
You literally brought it up in
you-
your little spiel.
They going back
That's a
to
little
Japan
racist.
because they were like,
Just because
hey,
they're in Japan, now they have to announce Visions?
Yes, they
You
do.
said that in your pitch for celebrations. We don't forget so quickly over here. You said,
No,
Star
I
Wars
was talking about
Celebration,
Karate Kid
Japan,
and Miyagi being
and then
back,
said
and you guys confused
Visions.
it.
Bro, I listen.
it's meaningful.
Hey, Jonah, while you're at it,
Guys,
go
Jackie
back
Chan
there.
is not Japanese. He's Chinese, okay?
You're the
He's
one who saw it.
Taiwanese, actually.
Stars in
he really?
movies.
Yeah.
Jackie Chan is he. Jackie Chan, Jackie Chan, Jackie
All right,
Chan,
okay.
Chan.
So
Talking.
Visions season 3. Last season they went out. First season was all anime studios in Japan. Second season they went out to other studios
they shouldn't
in
have
other
done.
countries, and now they're going back to
To the source.
the Japanese studios. I love Visions. Like, even though there's some episodes that I'm like, I still enjoy every single episode just because it's something different.
Was there like 10 episodes or?
Yeah, I think it's usually 10.
Yeah, I feel like 8 out of 10 I like.
And so, yeah, I'm just excited for season 3. I wonder if there's going to be a continuation from the first season.
Right.
Because there's some of the studios are coming back. So if we do like, I think it was the Ninth Jedi was the one where, where there was, it kind of ended on a cliffhanger a little bit. That was an interesting one that I would like to see continue.
Yeah.
So I'm curious to see whether or not we get continuations or if we're just going to get brand new stories.
Yeah, I really enjoyed season 1 more than season 2, so I'm stoked for them to have anime, just all anime basically. So it's gonna be dope. Those are always super cool and fun. Honestly, the fact that Jonah doesn't have it on his list is
It's crazy, dude. Crazy.
it's like
There's just better. There's just things I'm more
he had
anticipating.
Paddington, whatever, but he at least had Star Wars Visions. You know what I mean?
Well, I'm doing the same. I'm basically getting Karate Kid, which is like the same thing as
As
Visions.
Paddington.
As Visions,
No, it's
you know.
Paddington.
Oh, so, yeah.
Not as
It's like
Visions.
real karate.
That's real Star Wars right there. That was number 3, right? Me?
Yeah.
Oh, we both.
That was my 3.
You
That
have
was your
that
3.
Okay.
Yeah,
You want me to go?
sure. You have a 3.
Monster. Yeah. No, that's the one I skipped, actually. I have Monster Hunter Wilds. That actually comes out next month. It's going to be sweet. It's an awesome, fun game. You can play multiplayer. You can play with 2 other people. This game's been in development for quite a long time, so I'm just stoked. The graphics look amazing. The gameplay is always really fun. And Monster Hunter's super dope. The only bad thing about Monster Hunter, and you guys don't really care about this.
There's no magic.
Yeah, there's no magic.
Boo.
But it's $70. I'm not used to console prices. I'm not. It's super expensive. I hate it, but it makes sense, right? But like as a PC gamer, I'm just like, woof. I'm paying like $30 for a game, at most.
Yeah,
70 is a lot of dough, man. So, but yeah, no, it comes out next month. Super stoked for it.
nice. My number 3. A $999 Lego Star Wars set.
Tell us what it is.
Well, the rumor, no one knows yet. There's just
What?
it's rumored
Supposedly
that
the
it's
Death
going to
Star.
be a UCS Death Star. They retired the
Oh,
other
I heard you guys
ones.
talking about this.
It's going to be the biggest and most expensive Star Wars Lego set they've made. So yeah,
Biggest?
piece count.
Okay.
Which version?
It's all tiny pieces though.
No one knows if it's what version it is.
Quarter scale.
So
That'd be
people are
so hard to
hoping
build.
if it's $1,000 that it would
It better
be
have like
complete
30 minifigures.
and that you
dude.
can be able to open it because they did
sit in
one.
it.
They did one that was.
There should be at least 20 bathrooms.
It should actually work.
That'd be so. How sick would it be? You know how they have those like magnetic like things where they'll have something hovering like a cube or a sphere. You'd have the Death Star
Giant.
like levitating with the magnets. That'd
There you
be
go.
Sick.
Yeah, so they don't know
better
because the
have
first
that.
one they did was like the Death Star, but you couldn't open it. Then they did like a playset one that was just like the Death Star, but it had all the rooms in it, like the trash compactor. So people are hoping that it's going to be
No, I don't have the Death Star.
that it's going to be
It always-
fully covered, and then you can open it. So
It always bugged me, that one, the original one,
Yeah.
the one that you could open, or the second one, I guess, the one you could open,
Yeah.
because it was so off scale. It always bugged me.
Yeah, it's just
like
like
I really
the
want
different
little rooms, you know. But obviously, you can't
Yeah.
go that small. But I wonder if this will be area wise larger.
well, that's what they're saying.
I
They're
hope
like,
so.
it's really expensive. If you're going to pay $1,000, it better have a ton of minifigures.
Oh yeah.
So I'm excited for it.
Ooh, the footprint on that's got to be
I'm
huge.
starting to put money aside.
Ooh.
Comes the rumor is it hits in October, so that gives me several months to put some tip money aside. Sell some Lego sets.
Some what money?
Tip money.
Oh, I misheard you.
I didn't.
And so yeah, that's my 3.
By the way, check out my website.
Only fans.
You know-
only Lego fans.
You know the funny thing is, like those UCSs, they have stands for them, right?
Yeah, they usually have like a
And
plaque.
they'll have the plaque.
Yeah.
Don't they usually have like a stand to hold it, or no?
Some of them do.
I
Like,
was gonna say
like
if any one of them needs it, that one's gonna need
Yeah.
it. Otherwise, you're
Yeah,
rolling,
like a
pulling
giant
around.
one, dude.
Yeah, it'll
Yeah.
be cool, and you'll have to make a very special spot for it because it'll be so freaking big. Yeah, this is awesome.
That's crazy.
that's my number 3.
All right, Mick, what's your number 3?
Dang.
Dang.
Can't compete with that.
By the way, if it isn't exactly what you just said, you lose the point.
Or if I don't buy
It's
it.
the land speeder.
well, for no,
My number 3 was Andor, but I think that was a punt from.
That was my number 4.
I punt.
is that the highest?
punt it?
Higher?
Punt it.
Well,
Garbage.
okay, yeah.
Garbage.
You just lost. You just lost.
Hey, calm down, Lego
What?
set. Calm down, Lego set.
So do I do my number 2?
Sure. Yeah, why not?
Is that the rule?
Wait, did you do a 3? What's
Yeah,
your 3?
mine was Visions 3.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're back to 2s.
Yes.
Go ahead, Mick.
Yeah,
Okay,
go for
mine was Stranger Things 5.
That's where mine's I'm Stranger Things.
There was a punt for
That was a
my
punt,
5.
Yeah.
it. Okay. Talk.
Man, you just love like putting those numbers right.
I did. So I didn't notice because I went Stranger Things 5 at 5, Metroid Prime 4 at 4, Vision Season 3 at 3, Andor Season 2 at 2. Just wait till you see my number 1. Just
No,
wait.
that's
Hey,
not-
don't do that.
Do that.
Anyway, Stranger Things 5. Stranger Things is one of those shows that comes around that I always like forget about, and then the season comes out, and I'm like,
You're surprised.
wow, that
Oh.
was really good. So this is the series finale. Those kids are
In their 30s
40
now.
years old now, and so it's time for it to come to an end. But yeah, I'm excited to see how they close it out. Season 4 I thought was awesome. Yeah, I'm just excited to see what they come up with to finish out the series.
How many deaths
How many deaths
from the original cast?
2.
Who?
11. Oh, and they're gonna kill off. What's the kid that always gets the short end of the stick? I can't think of his name. Will.
Oh, Will.
Will's dead. They're gonna put that kid out of his misery
They're gonna
finally.
kill his horrible haircuts they give him.
The bowl cut.
We'll see. I think that's about right. 2 or 3.
Yeah.
You know, you can't have them all die, but
It's funny how young they're supposed to be. Like
yeah, it's just been like the next summer.
crazy.
They're all smoking. They're like, hey, 11, is that you?
That's crazy.
Nice.
They're all tatted
Yeah.
up.
I'm excited for it too. I think it's going to be, I mean, the last season I thought was really good. I'm curious to see how they wrap it all up. You know, if it's going to be, I think a lot of people want answers as to what everything is, but I think it's more about the characters. Like that's the same thing I love about Lost. It's if you give me a good character end and it's heartfelt and it's written well, I can forgive being like, well, you didn't answer exactly what it was, but
Yeah.
I think it's more about the journey. So I'm excited for it. And yeah, I think it's one of my favorite shows, and hopefully they land it well. But we'll see.
Yeah. I like your comparison to Lost because it definitely gives me that same kind of vibe every time I watch that show. And yeah, season 4 was really good. It left off at a good cliffhanger where I feel like anything could happen. So I really don't know where they're going with it. But yeah, for their last season, I really hope they nail it because I can really only think of one episode out of all the seasons so far that I just didn't like.
Hey, I'm hoping those X-Men kids come back
Yeah, dude, I was just
in
thinking
the
about
series finale.
Everyone knows
They
that's
come,
the worst.
they come back and they're like, "Hey, remember us?"
that. Pull up in a van.
got their eyeliner.
Like Jubilee.
But yeah, it's one of my favorite shows. It's I think the first season was 2016, so it's been around for quite a while so far. So yeah, I hope they nail it, and it's a very good 1 to 5 seasons.
Do you know that one guy? Remember the pizza guy that was like, "Huh, hey."
Uh-huh.
Have you ever seen the interview with him where they asked about Stranger Things and they're like, "We're so excited. Are you are you filming?" And he's like, "Oh, well, I was waiting for the call, but I never got the call." And the lady's like, "Are you serious?" He's like, "Yeah, it's a little hurtful." He's like, "But I didn't know they were filming now." He's like, "I kept waiting, thinking I'd be back, but I guess not." I was like, "Oh," and he's like so sad.
dude.
I was like, "Ugh."
He was not one of my favorites.
No, he wasn't. But I was like, I still feel bad for him.
That's crazy.
Haters.
Was he not on Stranger Things? Not on your list?
When I think about Stranger Things, it's just every season. Like it started out so good, but for me, each season's got just a little bit down, a little bit down, a little bit down. I think that when you start answering questions, it loses its mystique.
Yeah.
And so they've shown a lot. This last season, they showed so much, from going to Russia and having the pilot and all this crazy stuff. And it's like, all right, I like the town stuff with the kids. All the other stuff that's going on, it's just a little, I don't know, it takes me out of it a little bit. It starts reminding me of a Marvel movie. I start thinking it's Marvel because the same actor's in it. I'm just like, wow. But no, I don't know. I just feel like the end is not going to be satisfying to people. You guys talk about how Lost was kind of up to interpretation. I mean, they've already showed so much of what all of it is.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just don't. Maybe it's a misplay by me, but I don't know. I don't think it's going to be on my top 10 post 2025.
Can we all agree that Mike's parents need to die? At least?
Mike's parents?
Yeah. The mom is just sleeping around, and then the dad's just always just like,
I don't think she's
paying
ever
attention.
slept around.
well, but she's been like
got
flirting.
close.
She's flirting around with these younger high school guys.
That was season 2.
And the dad's still
that
not
was,
paying attention. He's still reading his newspaper. His kids always go missing. He's
That's what
like,
you did back
"Huh?"
then, dude.
Dude, easiest role to play.
Yeah.
Sit on this chair, real comfy chair,
Wear some glasses, a
and
tie.
have your glasses down like this and be like,
What did I do?
what's going on?
What did I do?
Yeah, it's pretty.
Was that your two? No, my
No, that was mixed too.
Okay. My two as well.
Nice.
My 2 is Andor season 2. I think that's the highest.
Yeah, it's a punt from my 4. Did you have
And
it?
it's a pump for your
3,
Three.
I think.
Yeah, Andor season 1 is good. I enjoy it. Not my favorite Star Wars because I feel like you need to have some more Star Wars to be my favorite. This is a little more like, oh yeah, it's Star Wars, but it's good writing, looks great. The amount of money they spend on this show is absolutely insane. It's what, like 400 million, something like that for both seasons. Absolutely crazy. It might be higher than that.
Wow.
So it looks great. I'm excited for it. But it's not one of those shows, like even season 1, I haven't gone back and rewatched it because it has some great moments, but I do feel like it drags, especially in the beginning and stuff like that. But yeah, we'll see. I'm intrigued to see how they do it with every 3 episodes is a certain amount of years, and so it's blocked off like that, and it leads right up to Rogue One. So I'm curious to see that. Krennic's in it, so that's going to be cool to kind of see them fill that in. But yeah, excited.
Me too.
Same.
Yeah, I'm super excited for it. Ender season 1, I really enjoy it. Probably one of the best written Star Wars, I think.
Except for Phantom Menace, you know. Phantom
Menace. So yeah, I'm really excited for it. Yeah, I'm just curious to see how it's going to play out. Like you said, with originally it was going to be 3 seasons, and then they changed it to whatever the block 3 out episodes is, leading up straight to Rogue One. So
because they were like, we're spending how much on these
Yeah.
seasons,
but yeah,
and no one's watching.
I'm super excited for it. That was my number 2.
Yeah, it's not making my list. No way, no how, my boy. It ain't Star Wars. You could literally put it in any other universe, and guess what? It'd fit just fine because there's nothing specifically Star Wars about
Yeah,
it.
but what about
There's a
that
Death-
green
there
milk?
is a
What
Death
about
Star.
that blue milk they were drinking
Get
cereal
out of
in?
here. I ain't seen no Jedi lightsabers, no nothing. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna watch it because of this podcast, but no, I've never gone back and watched it. There's no reason to. To say that it's the best written Star Wars might be true. Oh, sorry. Sorry. Let me clarify that. The best written, like maybe some dialogue, I would say yes. But as far as like having soul and having like an attachment to characters and stuff like that, I think a lot of other movies do better and shows do better than that. Were you saying specifically any Star Wars, or were you saying shows only?
I would say out of any Star Wars, as far
Movies.
as writing goes,
Yeah.
I think it's the best written Star
Yeah.
Wars.
So like dialogue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dialogue, story.
Oh, you're saying story too.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. See, I don't accept that. Well, for me personally, obviously,
For me as well. That's
I
two of
speak for
us.
John as well. Yeah, I think
eyes have it.
I think I still put Andor like top 15 for me though. Like it's in top 15. It's just not making my top 10. That's all. But that's cool. Good for you guys.
Did you do your 2?
Nope. Elden. Oh, dude, I was gonna say this. So we had a podcast. Okay, guys, we covered the Game Awards. I made a mistake. It's my bad. I didn't watch the Game Awards fully. I just watched highlights. We then talked about Elden Ring Night Rain, and we called it a DLC. My bad. I'm going to go back.
I don't think we did.
I'm pretty sure we did. Go back as you specifically, Jonah.
Why
you
me?
Go, I don't know. You keep saying you're going to go back, so go back there.
We said that the game of the year was nominated, was the DLC, the Erd Tree or whatever, Shadow of the
Yeah,
Erd
that's
Tree.
So maybe we
We
didn't
did- we
cover
did
Night
say.
Rain then. Okay,
We talked a little bit.
because I had no idea what that was. Because
We said Purple Rain.
Because I now know what it is. Holy crap, dude! It's a freaking Elden Ring game, co-op roguelike. It's like right up my alley. It's crazy. This game looks awesome, dude. I've seen people's reactions who are like huge into Elden. They're like, "Holy crap!" Like they're losing their crap because you get to play with your friends, and it's Elden Ring, which is like game of the year basically.
Yeah.
Anyway, this game's gonna be dope. I'm super stoked for this game. This is right up my alley. It's me and my friends are gonna love playing this game. It's gonna be really challenging, but it's gonna be really fun. Roguelike means basically you can do millions of runs. They're all different. They're all procedurally generated. They all have unique bosses who have different abilities and all this stuff. And it's a fun drop in, play with your friends, drop out. You're good. So for like a Friday night game night with the homies, this is gonna be great. So I'm stoked for it. It's gonna be really good.
Yeah, I think the weird thing about it was they were like, yeah, it's going to be a roguelike, but then they were like, we're going to take aspects from other games like Fortnite and like other things. I was like, what? How does that fit in with Elden Ring? Because like they haven't really explained a
All the
lot of
dance.
that stuff. But yeah, it seems like
Emoting.
it was like, oh, okay, we'll see like what happens. But yeah,
I don't
that's
remember
kind of-
hearing that, but yeah, I hope we can do Orange Justice, the one where they flip the emotes. No, I'm just joking. I don't think it's going to be Yeah, I bet they're saying, oh, to the degree that Fortnite kind of like takes other things from other games and assimilates it into their own, they're probably gonna do something like that. Where
Battle Bus.
like Fortnite literally has taken, I would say like 50% of their game is taken from other battle royales.
Yeah.
You know, resurrecting your own player with like a card. That was from Apex Legends. You know, all these different things like, oh, being able to like re-parachute while flying. That's a Apex Legends as well, actually. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see. But the game has a lot of potential, and I've got a feeling it's going to be very successful this year.
Nice. Everyone did their twos?
Yep.
Okay, I'm going to do my number one. Switch 2 is my number one. Guys, what can I say? There's nothing better than buying a new console. There's nothing better.
There's nothing
just
better?
nothing better. A new Nintendo console.
Says
it's like
the guy who has 3 children.
in terms of consoles, yeah.
No, not in terms. He said
There's nothing better, guys. There's nothing better. Times have changed. You don't camp out at Best Buy to get it, but guess what? It still gives me that same warm feeling of getting a Switch, getting a Nintendo console, opening it, putting it on for the first time,
Smelling it.
seeing how
Yeah.
the
Looking at
Nintendo's going to show up. You know, the GameCube used to do that. You just want to see what's the Switch 2 going to do. You know, what's it going to do? I'm excited for the games. I don't know
What's
what kind
it
of
gonna
games we're
do?
going to get. The rumor is Red Dead Redemption 2 is going to be at launch with it. The rumor is there's Mario Kart 9 and then a new Mario game. But there's going to be Zelda stuff. There's going to be more exclusive Nintendo stuff. I just love Nintendo. What can I say, guys? I'm excited for this. The leaks
about
look awesome. And I
You're
can't
a
wait.
Nintendo don't. Okay.
I can't wait.
Mick
I can't
already
wait.
said that.
Can't wait. Mario Maker 3. Give me Mario Maker 3.
You're claiming to be a Nintendo dude.
I am a Nintendo dude. I think I bought more Nintendo Switch games this year than Josh has. All I'm saying.
Is that true?
Probably.
Okay. I'll allow it.
That's a punt from my number 7. So
go ahead.
I'm excited for it. I just think I haven't been playing video games as much lately. But yeah, I'm excited for a new Switch Nintendo console. I'm curious to see what games at launch, because they need to have something to sell. So Mario Kart 9 would be good. A new Mario game, or even if they just do like updated Breath of the Wild, or do a remaster of
Wind Waker, they're doing a remaster.
of Wind Waker. I'll buy that.
Another remake?
I'll buy that
That's
game for
number
like the
2.
5th time, dude.
That's crazy. They already did an HD version. They're going to do another H-er deer. Higher
Twilight Princess
definition.
could use a remaster.
Which one?
So Twilight Princess.
They
haven't-
also did an HD of that too.
I don't know if they have they. I don't think they've.
No,
I don't think they've done one.
No, was that one?
That was the one that was in between.
That's what I mean by that.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm excited for it.
Yeah, that was my number 5, and it's really because of that. Nintendo does such a good job at keeping stuff, secret, right? We probably know exactly what it looks like. We've seen renders. I'm gonna be honest. I saw one that was legit. It was like a white one. It looks like the Switch, right? It's probably a little bit bigger, and it's different bezels, whatever. But it's that aspect of Nintendo brings something unique to the game every time.
Yeah.
Always. Even though it looks the same as a Switch, I'm going to be honest, just in general, like the layman's not going to know the difference really. You have your glasses off, it's going to look the same. But they're going to bring something good. And what they carve out in the gaming space is always stuff that's cooperative, good to play with your family. And I think that's always something that's enjoyed by us specifically. And so if there's something like a Switch 2 that can produce a more fun and more unique experience for that, I'm all for it. Just because I don't play it on every day, I rarely play my Switch, honestly. But just to be able to have that option, I think is really special. And it's not going to be like $700. You know what I mean? It's just not going to be. So,
Yeah, the rumors that it came out was it's going to be announced this month. The 17th is what some people are saying.
really? That's when the new set of Pokemon cards comes out? Oh my God.
17th,
Oh my God.
released in March or April. And they say that I mean, there's some unique stuff they're saying. You saying you can use your Joy-Con as a mouse, how they've done it now. So that's going to be
That's one of those. That's what I've always wanted.
no, but I'm just saying, like, when we talk about Nintendo doing stuff, it's like,
Holy Wait, but they got Bluetooth? Holy crap, bro.
hey, I'm just saying,
got Bluetooth.
like, when we talk about doing new stuff with gaming from a console, and like you said, the rumors it's $400 Canadian, so it's going to be around.
Oh, that's like $350 or
Yeah,
less.
so it's not going to be.
it's like
crazy.
like $320, $330.
So the rumor is between 400 and 500 Canadian is what they said.
Oh.
So that's good. And yeah, I'm excited for like what kind of games they're going to do, and it's always just and the graphics are going to be better, and the Nvidia stuff they're using, which uses AI to upscale graphics. They're saying,
it was so funny when you're like, "Oh, dude, use DSLL," and I was like, "Cool." They're still 10 steps behind, but good for them.
but it's an upgrade from the Switch.
Yeah, for sure, of course.
And they also
funny.
do stuff that other people aren't doing. You know,
Yeah. Honestly, like you guys talk about new Mario games, whatever. For me, honestly, it's typically like the sports game or like whatever the one that's showing off the new things, offerings of it. Like if it's WarioWare or Wii Sports, those games are the really ones that shine, in my opinion.
yeah.
Because I can play Mario, and it's Mario. But when they bring up some new stuff with the Switch too, I'm looking forward to it. So I'm gonna be getting it, guys. Can you believe it?
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
I'm gonna be getting
Crazy.
it. Mick's even going to be getting it.
Do you even
probably
own it?
not.
Do you even own a console? Do you have your PS5 still?
I have PS5. I do. I have a Switch. I have an HD Switch.
Oh,
Nice.
Yeah. Never play it, but I have it.
And then when they announced that new Smash Bros,
they also no. Sakurai said he wouldn't do it.
Sakurai
That's what they
also said he's
always
working on a
say.
game.
Sakurai is working on a different game.
well, Smash Sisters.
It's like the Marvel moment of with all the girls. I was gonna say they did talk about the next Pokemon game, Arceus A to Z or something like that. But they haven't talked about what the gameplay is like there.
I think that's on the 17th. They're saying the trailer drops for that or something.
Ooh, interesting.
Yeah, it's like something A to Z or whatever.
It is Arceus Legends A to Z. But like, is that coming out on the Switch too? I don't know. Is it the last hurrah of Switch? I don't know. But I'm also kind of secretly waiting for the multiplayer Pokemon game, which I don't think they'll ever do. But man, I always hold my breath for it. So anyway, exciting. That's my number 5. What was that? Your number 2?
Number one.
Oh, was it number
My
1?
number one. Mick, what's your number one?
I'll give you a hint. It goes dun 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 dun.
Mission Impossible.
Dun dun.
That's so
dun,
slow.
Dun 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 dun. Mission Impossible.
Nice.
What is it called?
Dead Reckoning
Dead
Part
Reckoning.
17 or
Yeah,
whatever.
The Final
No, it's
Reckoning?
Final Reckoning. Yeah,
Final Reckoning. Of, yeah.
Final reckoning.
Do we think it's the last one?
he's gonna die.
Tom Cruise?
No, I thought you had to really die is when you stop.
I think he's gonna die, but then it's gonna pull the whole like Bruce Wayne from Dark Knight Rises, where he's there,
Drinking coffee?
drinking, and he just nods,
Nice.
and he handed the torch to someone else. That's now the new Ethan Hunt. No,
That's a great idea. I hope they do that.
It's been done before.
It's just such a consistent action film series that I know what I'm expecting. I know it can be good and fun and, just a good movie. So that's why it's at my number 1.
Kind of like a safe.
It's a safe choice.
You know you're going to enjoy it.
Yeah, I know what I'm going to get. So,
I thought the last one was really good. I wish more people would have watched it because it didn't make that much money, but I thought it was like
didn't,
one of the best Mission Impossible movies.
I think I still liked the previous one a little bit better, but it was still really good. Still fun.
Yeah. Josh, your number 1?
My number 1
How could you forget?
is Ghost of Yotai. It's the Ghost of Tsushima sequel hundreds of years later. Same studio. Ghost of Tsushima is probably one of my favorite games.
So good.
So I'm just excited to get back into that world. The fighting's really fluid, kind of switching through the different stances to fight different enemies is super fun to do. And so it looks like I just really enjoy just playing that game. It's a beautiful looking game. I'm just really excited for this game in 2025. Kind of came out of nowhere. Yeah, I don't play video games all that often, but I will definitely be playing this.
When I do, it's
Dos Equis. I mean, Ghosts of Yotai.
Star Wars, Ghosts of Endor. Yotai. Yotai.
Exactly.
Do we know when that's coming out?
No, they just said 2025. So hopefully it doesn't get pushed.
I hope it does.
Hopefully not.
For my sake.
Did you forget about it?
You need the help, bro.
I didn't play the
You
first
need the most help.
Nah, dude, the Switch is gonna reign supreme. Number one.
Okay.
Crunchwrap Supreme.
All right, this is my last.
You're number one.
I mean, it's from last year. It moved up the list though. Oh gosh, I hope they don't. I hope they don't
Delayed. This is gonna be like Across the Spider-Verse,
dude.
This one's not gonna come out till 2029.
The troubling thing is that they haven't released anything.
They literally just announced. They were like,
What
"Hey,
is
we're
it
working on
like
a game."
that? Like that Transformers game?
Light No Fire.
It's like that.
That's your number one, right?
Yeah, what were we saying?
I was saying like they were like, "I'm working on a game, guys," and they kind of showed like a little bit of it, and then they're like,
There's
"See you next time."
a really cool trailer. It looks awesome. The gameplay's there. But I mean, they haven't updated yet.
The good news is
2025 just started, guys.
the good news is they're not above just releasing the game and working on it as they go. You know what I mean? Because that's what they did with No Man's Sky.
Yeah,
They released it
Well,
and then they were like,
that's the life.
"Oh yeah, let's keep working on it."
that's the life of a PC gamer. So
there
I
it
think
is.
it's coming out this year. This game looks sick, man. The game looks really cool. The world looks amazing. The characters look awesome. It looks dope, man.
I have hopes.
I just want to
I'm
play
rooting
this
for you.
game, man.
It's been a long
Yeah,
time coming.
I hope you get it. Just like Josh's amazing Into the Spider-Verse. I hope it's not pushed back to 2027 and they're redoing the whole thing.
Oh,
You know?
I don't have to worry about 2027, but yeah, yikes. But yeah, no, that game, if that comes out this year, it'll be probably the highlight of my year for games. It'll be fun.
There you go. Well, that's our list, guys.
That's it.
That's all
I'd have to say it's a pretty good list.
Really?
You know, we were
not
all
bad.
What?
crapping on them, but after going through, I'm like, yeah, pretty solid list.
Where did you have Daredevil? Did you have Daredevil?
I think that's the one I thought. For some reason, I thought he said Superman.
Oh, okay.
I didn't have Daredevil on mine
Yeah.
either, though. That was
Who
just
had?
Josh.
Was it?
I
you?
had Daredevil at 8.
You want to talk about Daredevil?
Yeah, because we didn't talk about it.
Who punted it then?
I did because I thought for some reason I thought it was Superman.
Well, then you told. Then you
And
asked
I-
Corey.
But it's not on
and
your
then-
list.
No.
Oh,
no,
okay.
It's not.
Talk about Daredevil. Talk about Daredevil, Josh.
You don't have it on your list.
no.
The reason I didn't
crazy.
put it on because I was like, they went back and redid this whole thing, so I have no faith in it.
I think so, but I think they redid it because Daredevil was in She-Hulk, and then they were working on it afterwards, and they were like 20 episodes or something like
And
that.
they had an
then,
episode where he twerks with.
yeah, and then they were like,
She-Hulk,
"This
and they're
doesn't
like, this isn't working.
work. Let's scrap it." And then they brought back some of the other original guys from the original Netflix show. So I'm hoping they course corrected back to Netflix Daredevil.
Yeah, but I doubt it.
So that's why it's at an 8. It could be either good or pretty
Yeah,
crappy.
I think that's why I didn't put it on because I don't have faith that they'll do well with it.
And just to save my gamer cred before we end this list, I will say something. If GTA 6 comes out this year,
That's not coming out this year.
which it probably won't,
There's no way.
but if it does, I'm just saying the word. I'm just mentioning GTA 6. I'm not putting on my top 10.
We're all mentioning it.
guys,
just say the
Honorable
word.
mention.
We identify
GTA
that it
6.
could come out, and if it does, it'd blow up the whole world. But it probably won't. I'm just saying. Just got to be mentioned. Is there any other little last minute honorable mentions?
Do you guys have any honorable mentions? There
Not
wasn't
really,
a lot.
no.
I was kind of the Pixar one with the kid Elio or whatever, where he goes up into space. I thought that looked pretty good.
Oh yeah.
And then Predator Badlands. I was like, that's supposed to be from the Predator's perspective, and it's the same guy that did Prey. So I was like,
Nice.
but I put Paddington on instead. So
Makes sense. Before we go, just some quick news stuff that I want to get your thoughts on with Star Wars. We got James Mangold, who's doing the Star Wars movie. We got some information on it. He said it would be taking place 25,000 years before any known Star Wars movies take place. I'm not that interested in being handcuffed by so much lore at this point that it's almost immovable and you can't please anybody. So he's going way back, and it's
like, I
supposed to
can
be
do
the
anything.
origins of the first Jedi.
That gets me excited.
Yes,
I think that's
cool.
that's what we need more of from Star Wars right now. Is just getting out of this chunk of time that we're stuck in right now. More of that, I think, would be good.
He does say that, where he's like, I want to be uncuffed from pleasing everyone because it's also solidified. It's like, bro, you're saying the origin of the first Jedi.
Yeah. So
That-
people
I
are like,
couldn't think
but
of-
in Legends.
I couldn't think of a more heavily weighted thing. I don't know. Like, I mean, I'm sure he's fine, but like, I would feel the pressure
Yeah.
to doing it justice. You know, a meaningful story, origin story of the first Jedi. I don't know. It's cool though.
Yeah.
I'm stoked for it. But yeah,
Yeah, it's just the aesthetic will be
cool.
unique. It'll be cool. And him talking
seems
about
fun.
it gets me excited that the Taika Waititi movie is canceled because if I'm not
Is that
corrected, it was
official?
I don't know, but
Oh, yeah.
when they first announced his
I heard
movie,
it
it
was
was a
canceled.
similar thing.
Can
Like,
only
oh, it's
freaking
going to
hope.
be back in the day with the first Jedi. So I'm like, is there overlap there? Let's get rid of that.
the only problem with that is that it's like, when's this movie freaking coming out?
that's
2030?
in 22.
No, 25,000 years from now. The other one that
25,000. Holy shit.
was some Star Wars news. Rory McCann, who played the Hound on Game of Thrones, will inherit his late friend Ray Stevenson's role in season 2 of Ahsoka. So
I saw that.
looks like they decided to recast with him. I think it's going to be cool. I think Balin's character was awesome, and I think Dave Filoni has some really cool things planned, especially with the rumors of Ewan McGregor joining season 2. I'm like, give me some Clone Wars flashbacks. Give me some Ewan McGregor in the Force having interactions like they did with Anakin and Ahsoka. That just sounds awesome. And Dave Filoni, we trust.
And Balin is a really cool character.
Yes.
It would have been sad to, say goodbye. So it's cool.
Yeah, where they're just like walking through and they're like, oh,
Yeah.
there's a body over there. Huh. He must have gotten taken out, like off screen.
Or some kind of,
Yeah.
dismiss. But yeah, cool.
Yeah.
I think that guy's a pretty good actor. I mean, I've only seen him do one role, but
I think it's going to be weird.
pretty
Like,
crazy role, very different role.
he looks really like they don't look alike at all.
Yeah.
So that's the one
but
that I'm like,
also-
Well,
have you
they
seen his like headshot though? I mean, obviously
they give him gray hair.
Just throw a white beard
hair.
on him.
No,
he's like
but
balding.
one of the things, wigs, bro. And you just put a hood on
He's
the whole
like
time.
balding though. Dude, you could do so much for
I
that.
know, but I'm just like, I don't know, dude.
They solved
But
that
the
like
other
100, 200 years
The
ago,
other thing
bro.
that I read was he was actually good friends with Ray Stevenson, so it was like one of those things like, hey, honor his legacy, which I think that's cool.
That's cool,
to be
yeah.
like someone
Is it
that
going to make him look like him more?
Maybe mannerisms. Yeah.
it's the spirit.
I'm
it's
sure
the spirit
I'm
of
sure
it.
it'll be fun.
Wow.
It'll
Wow, bro. Yeah.
Is the guy making that like him?
That's all I care about. If it looks like him,
It's going to ruin the show.
they should pick Lee Shriver.
Well, the
He
beauty
does
of
look more like him.
Wow.
It'll,
Real cool.
it'll take me like 1 second, and I'll be like, okay.
Will it?
Yeah.
Or will you be here on the next podcast
Episode
being like
1.
making fun of him?
Unless he's not good, then you won't.
What if his voice,
Yeah.
he's like, hey, what's going on? He's like that, talks like, hey,
I'm a bald guy.
I'd love it if he was talking like the Hound.
I think if you still give him the writing, right? It's all
He's just,
about
like, cussing
It's
and
all
stuff.
about the writing. If you're consistent with the writing, he's going to be able to pull it off.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like he did a lot
no
of
hair,
acting.
don't care.
What?
I said, no hair, don't care.
Well, he'll have hair,
We'll see.
so you shall care. I think that most of his defining features of his character was actually his speech cadence,
Yeah.
how he put weight on what he said by letting it breathe with intention.
Whoa, you could play.
That was good,
pretty
dude.
good,
You could
bro.
play Balin Skull.
Yeah. And you have hair.
What'd you say? And Josh shall care. I was like, what'd you say? But yeah, I don't know. I think it. I mean, I don't want to sound like a jerk, but I didn't think it was such a unique. Only this one person could do this
Yeah.
role. I think that he can do a good job of it.
Yeah.
Probably not as good, but yeah. Anyway, that's
Yeah,
cool.
I'm just glad we
That's
get
cool.
to see the character.
Yeah.
more.
Yeah. Yep.
All right. I had a few more things, but we can talk about it later.
Wow.
We can do it.
Punt
It's
it.
getting late.
Punt it, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
You know, Helldivers live movie in the works. Ghost of Tsushima anime being made.
what?
Yeah.
By what's his name? Kamikaze Duga.
That's
That's the
crazy.
studio.
Dude, saying
That's the studio.
saying kamikaze is crazy.
Is that the name of the studio?
That's the active
Yeah.
suicide.
Kamikaze Duga. They created the Star Wars Visions episode, The Duel.
Yep.
That's great.
There you go.
That's a great. They're doing
yeah.
a full series or season or something.
Yeah. Ghost of Tsushima. It's not coming out till like
2027.
Yeah.
Sugoi.
Anyways.
Sugoi, as they say in Japan. Sugoi,
There it is.
which means amazing. Sugoi.
Like this episode. Amazing.
That's right.
Thanks so much for hanging out with us. You can find us.
Brother.
What?
What were we talking about? The Star Wars show? No,
No, we said last.
We'll talk
we
about
said
next
next
Aight.
week because we liked it, and we'll just be like, oh, we liked it.
Aight.
Next week,
My bad, my boys.
season finale, Skeleton Crew. So come back for that next week, and whatever other news comes out. Thanks so much for hanging out. You can find us on YouTube, Instagram, X, TikTok, which might be canceled here pretty soon, but we're still there.
Down with TikTok.
We appreciate you guys. See you next week. Bye.
Right.